Have you ever been accidentally hurt because someone wasn't doing their job? Have you ever lost a teammate because they did something stupid and crashed and burned? Accidents happen, but they happen less often to people who make good decisions and are deliberate about their safety. Greetings, team. This is Christopher Littlestone of LifeIsASpecialOperation.com. And in today's video, we are going to talk about a tool that the US military uses to protect its most valuable resource, its people. And this tool is called the Safety Brief. In this video, we will learn what the Safety Brief is, and I'll give an example from my military career. And then we'll discuss safety threats and some considerations for when it might be a good idea to give your team, your company, and even your family a safety brief. A career in the Special Forces is exceptionally rewarding, but also exceptionally dangerous. Many times before we do something dangerous, we do deliberate risk management or we conduct a safety conditions check. For example, these safety briefs are integrated into a range safety brief before we go shooting, or pre-jump training before we jump out of a perfectly good airplane. But the simplest and most important safety brief that we do in the military is always during the last formation before we have a 3-day pass or a 4-day weekend. A safety brief is a concise, informative session designed to raise awareness about potential hazards and risks within a workplace. It's a proactive measure to ensure the well-being of its employees and minimize accidents. Safety briefs are important for several reasons. Safety briefs help prevent accidents by identifying potential hazards and implementing preventative measures. Many industries have strict safety regulations, and safety briefs can help you comply with those standards. A safe workplace boosts employee morale and productivity. By addressing potential risks, safety briefs can help reduce the likelihood of costly accidents and injuries. When I was in the 2nd of the 50 Deuce in the 101st Airborne Division, our first sergeant would give us a safety brief before each weekend. Based upon his experience with young soldiers, he would say something like this: "Okay, knuckleheads, Monday is Veterans Day, so you guys get a 3-day weekend. But you know we're going to the field next Tuesday, so you better be ready to go with bags packed at 0500 to draw weapons. So between now and then, don't even think about getting hurt. I need each and every one of you in this field training. So please, don't do a wheelie down 41A with your girlfriend on the back of your motorcycle. And if you do, you better be wearing a helmet and you better be stone sober. Speaking of girlfriends, don't you get your girlfriend pregnant. You can't afford her. Don't get into a fight in Nashville this weekend. And if you do get into a fight, you better win. Don't make me look bad. Wear your seatbelts. Don't speed. Don't drink and drive. Look out for your buddy. And if you don't have a buddy, then you better call me. I'll come get you anywhere, anytime, and drive you home. No questions asked, but you'll owe me. And we all know it's not good to owe me. So have fun this weekend, but not that much fun. Because I hate paperwork, and if you screw up and cause me more paperwork, I'm gonna jack you up. Now get out of here. I'll see you Tuesday at 05. Okay, so that was a pretty typical safety brief. Kind of comical, but mostly not. I can honestly tell you that I heard 100 safety briefs just like that, but with slightly more colorful vocabulary. I always recommend that during a safety brief, you give your team awareness of the most likely threats to their safety. In the case of an air assault infantry company, the biggest threat to a bunch of 18-year-olds were motorcycle accidents, getting your girlfriend pregnant, fighting, car accidents, speeding tickets, drunk driving, or too much drinking. And so if you go back and hear the safety briefing that I just gave you, the first sergeant addressed all of those threats. I suspect that your company's safety brief will sound a lot different than the one that I just gave you. But for sure, you should give a safety brief, if and when appropriate, that addresses your most likely threats. Perhaps you work in a hospital. Then you need to give a safety brief before each surgery to make sure that you're doing the right surgery on the right side of the body on the right person. Scarier things have happened. Imagine that you work in an industrial facility that has a lot of large and dangerous equipment. Remind people not to be complacent, to wear their helmets and safety gear, and to avoid exposure to certain chemicals or harmful substances. Many businesses have employees that travel to another city for a conference. Discuss travel safety and rules for driving the company car. Discuss crime statistics in that city. Perhaps you remind people that they aren't allowed to turn this conference into a party event and that they need to remain professional and loyal to their spouses. Every business and industry is different, but I recommend that you give a safety brief as appropriate. Don't overdo them because they get tedious, but perhaps you do them for a big event or changes from the norm. If your industry is inherently dangerous, then do a daily huddle or have a weekly safety meeting. But if your organization has a consistent workflow 9 to 5, then just give a safety brief before the holidays or before international travel or a conference. A quick safety brief can be integrated into new employee orientation. Introduce new employees to your company's safety procedures and expectations. Have a safety brief before starting a new task or a new project. Discuss specific safety concerns related to the task. And for sure, you should have a safety brief after an accident or a near miss. Use the incident as a learning opportunity. By prioritizing safety and implementing regular safety briefs, you can create a safer and more productive workplace. Think of a 2-minute safety brief as a short but important investment in the well-being of your team. If you're looking to learn other tools and strategies of the military and elite special operations community, then be sure to check out the resources available at our website, lifeasaspecialoperation.com. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to join our Life as a Special Operation team, and be sure to forward this video to a friend or family member who needs to see this. Life is a special operation. Are you ready for it?